Hey everyone and welcome. If you're dreaming of that perfect, lush green lawn, you might think the secret is just, well, more water. But today we're going to dive into a much smarter approach. We'll walk through the blueprint for a sprinkler system that's designed to save you water, money, and a whole lot of headaches.
So what really is the secret to a gorgeous, healthy lawn? Is it just about cranking up the sprinklers every single day and kind of hoping for the best? Let me tell you, the answer is a hard no.
The real magic, the real secret, is all about using water smarter, not just using more of it. See, proper planning and real efficiency, that's what gives you that amazing lawn, all while helping you slash your water bill and do a little something good for the planet.
So let's start at the absolute beginning, the source. Before you even think about buying a single sprinkler head, you've got to understand the water that's actually coming into your home.
And the very first thing you need to figure out is your PSI, which stands for pounds per square inch. Just think of it as the oomph or the force behind the water flowing through your pipes. Getting this number is step one. It is absolutely non-negotiable because everything else you decide will depend on it.
So this right here is the magic number, the sweet spot you're aiming for. Most residential sprinkler systems are designed to work best somewhere between 30 and 50 psi. Why? Well, if your pressure is too low, your sprinklers will just kind of dribble water out. But if it's too high, you'll create this fine mist that just blows away. Or even worse, you could literally blow out your pipes and fittings. And it's not just about pressure, right? You got to know where your water's even coming from. Are you on city water or a private well? Because that affects everything from the cost to the quality. And please, check your local rules. You might have restrictions on which days you can water. But on the bright side, look for rebates. A lot of water districts will actually help you pay for installing new, efficient systems.
And getting this stuff right from the get-go really matters. The lawn sprinkler industry in the US is a massive $2.5 billion market. That's a whole lot of equipment being installed. And it means there's a huge potential for wasted water and money if a system isn't planned correctly from day one.
Okay, so you've got a handle on your water supply. What's next? Well, now it's time to choose the hardware that's actually going to get that water onto your lawn. Let's talk sprinkler heads.
Your choice here really comes down to two main types, spray heads and rotor heads. Spray heads are for your smaller, more delicate spots. They pop up and shoot a fixed fan-shaped spray, perfect for a flower bed or a tight corner. Then you've got rotors. These are your long-distance champions. They turn back and forth, shooting a powerful stream of water to cover those big, open stretches of grass.
So the pro tip here is simple. Use the right tool for the job. You've got to match the head to the size and shape of the area you're trying to water. And don't forget, you can swap out the tiny nozzle inside the head to really dial in the spray pattern. And hey, just a quick check for clogs or a tilted head once a month. That can make a world of difference in how well your system performs.
Okay, so you've got the right hardware picked out. Now, how do you use it all intelligently? This brings us to one of the most important ideas in irrigation, smart zoning.
Zoning just means you don't treat your entire yard like it's all the same, because it isn't. You divide it up into sections or zones that have similar needs. So by grouping, let's say, the hot sunny spots together on one zone and the shady areas on another, you can give each part of your lawn exactly what it needs and not a drop more.
So what exactly defines a zone? You want to think about things like sun exposure, what kind of plants are there, and the soil and terrain. For instance, a patch of thirsty flowers in the full sun that's planted on a sandy slope, that absolutely needs its own zone. You can't put it on the same watering schedule as a flat, shady section of grass that's in clay soil. They have totally different needs.
All right, we are making some serious progress. We know our water source, we've picked our hardware, and we've mapped out our zones. Now it's time to put it all together and actually create the blueprint for your system.
Let's break this design process down into 3 simple steps. First, map out your yard. I mean everything. Every driveway, patio, tree, and flower bed. Second, draw the shortest, most direct paths for your pipes. This is key to keeping that water pressure up. And finally, place your sprinkler heads so the spray from one head reaches all the way over to the next one. We call that head-to-head coverage, and it's the absolute secret to getting rid of those ugly dry spots.
Now, as you're designing, please watch out for these super common pitfalls. People always forget to plan for the future. You know that tiny little sapling you just planted? Well, in 5 years, it could be a full-grown tree completely blocking a sprinkler head. So planning for what your yard will look like down the road is going to save you from having to dig everything up and do it all over again later.
And finally, once your system is actually in the ground, your job isn't quite over. To really protect that investment, you need to be thinking about year-round care and maintenance.
Okay, listen up, because this might be the single most critical piece of maintenance you do all year: winterization. Before that first hard freeze hits, you have to shut off the main water supply, drain all the pipes, and then, this is the crucial part, use an air compressor to blow out every single last drop of water. Any water left inside will freeze, expand, and crack your pipes from the inside out. Trust me, that is a costly nightmare you do not want to deal with in the spring.
So, let's just run through that blueprint one last time. First, know your water pressure. Second, match your sprinkler heads to your different zones. Third, design a smart layout that works around all your landscape's obstacles. Fourth, adjust your watering schedules with the seasons. And finally, always winterize before that first freeze. If you can get these 5 things right, you are going to have an efficient system that will last you for years to come.
You see, at the end of the day, planning a sprinkler system isn't just about pipes and water. It's about designing an intelligent, sustainable little ecosystem for your own yard. So the only question left to ask is this: is your lawn's blueprint ready for that smarter future?